Welcome, everyone. Dr. Thor here. Get ready for Gnosis. Well, here's another interesting book, and what got me was the actual title, Energy Medicine Symbols, a Complete Manifestation System with Downloadable Cards by Joanne Huntsman. Now, what I do with all people that talk is I try and look up their history. And I used to have this posted, and I think I will again on my main website, my history and what I've studied and what I've done, which is quite impressive. The organizations, the engineering I've done, the degrees I have in the occult sciences and advanced energy physics. These are all things that are very specialized training that no one else has, and only particular people teach it. Of course, these organizations that award certificates certainly are not accredited in terms of the fact of the garbage. You're being accredited the official town fool. They give you a little plaque that says you're a university. So you're not going to get training of any value in anything alternative from any standard university. They're just not out there. They just don't do that, which is the reason why we have a failed and stupid society with people waving certificates proving that they're bozos. Yeah, I'm a village idiot. It says right here. So this is what we get. So, but it's always nice to know what their background is. So let's take a look at this on the back of this, as most people have. Here's a picture of the author. She is British. She is an energy therapist and kinesiologist based in Yorkshire in the UK, where she works with clients, writers, writes, speaks, and runs workshops promoting energy medicine. So she has her own little organization. I'm not sure she has offices or anything else. She works with clients. Maybe she does. We just don't know. She seems to be in her 40s. So I guess she's been doing this a while. What this does mean is that we assume from this that she has feedback from clients, which is important. You know, this is one thing that when you look at particularly pundits on YouTube, people like Dr. Berg, the famous Scientologist chiropractor who gives you nutritional information, is that he's not in practice. So all he's doing is reading research reports and studies done by others and coming to his own conclusions, which if anybody does that, and doctors are famous for this. Medical doctors I catch on YouTube doing this all the time. They have no idea of any of this. It says it's true here. On the side of the box, it says it's the best. So the whole idea is we have to keep that in mind. Here, let's give it a little on the back so you understand this. The book and the accompanying downloads offer a complete system of energy medicine to manifest abundance, health, happiness, spiritual growth using the ancient technology of symbols. The work was channeled from an ascended master, and is designed to be accessible for those without training in energy work or as an addition to existing tools for therapists and the more advanced. Well, that isn't really true. The symbols on these energy cards engage the subconscious mind directly to provide a clear channel of intuitive information that anyone can access without special training. And this was apparently written by Graham Gardner, past president of the British Dowsing Society. So apparently she knows this person. She uses dowsing in her practices. And as usual, any kind of writings on the back are worthless. But let's look through this. Now, there's a lot of problems with this book, but as what's nice is that you can go and download these energy symbols, if you want to call them that. Once you see these, it's kind of comical, and that's my biggest draw. Now, this is a real good basic book on how to do metaphysical practices, how to work with symbols, how to lay them out. So if you're a complete novice looking for a general low-level system to kind of acquaint yourself, well, this is a good book. It does kind of lay out things for the imbecile. Or what did I say, the beginner? This came out in 2022. And thank God it's not an AI book, because it is written with some intelligence there. Now, it shows you where you can actually go and get the downloads, and there's the actual address. You can get the downloads. I don't think there's any, this is your training book, so you need this to do everything right and understand it. But you can go to this address here, and it'll have all these amazingly junky, primitive symbols, if you can call them that. Here's all the symbols. Keys. Here's and of course it uses its basic, it has like a little template where you put your cards on here, which is kind of nice, and it tells you how to use this. So it is a system that is simple, that a lot of people will find interesting, or at least easy to use. But you get these amazingly complex symbols here. I mean, it's just so childlike that, it turns me off. The whole symbols that they give you here. And I thought maybe what you print out of the website would be different. No. It's all the same symbols. The rose, the little pen thing. And these are kind of like tarot card symbols, which means they're very generalistic. They mean a lot of things. And of course, you lay them in here using chakras and other things. And as I said, it's very typical, someone like me who's been studying this for over 40 years, this is so simplistic that it bores me. But most likely, someone watching this will not find that. But I mean, here's the kind of silly little symbols. I would have liked something that was much more powerful. None of these really have energy in them. There's no sacred geometry in almost all of these. They're virtually meaningless in their energy forms. They don't produce anything. They're symbolic to the point of tarot cards. The devil means bad. A box, a bag, a cup full of money means, of coins means money. Even to simple little symbols as this, the fish symbol, and they're not even really drawn well, even though I thought I saw at the inside of this that somebody was credited with this artwork. Oh boy, is that yeah, I drew that table. So you've got all these symbols, and here they all are in the back. And you can look at that little ghost symbol. Look at that amazing bottle, the housey. I mean, it looks like basically somebody who was basically in first or second grade drew these. That turns me off something fierce. There's nothing in here that is powerful based in its shape. So you're missing the point of symbols. But if you get down to symbols in its pure sense, it means that symbol means something. So as I said, skulls and death, guns could mean death, devils mean evil. These kind of things don't have necessarily energy in them. They have energy in them by their symbols. So, I mean, that's the basic book here. As I said, if you're a rank beginner, this gives you some basic foundation of how this kind of work is done. But in general, this is a pretty boring, low-level book. And as such, I couldn't really, even if you're in that, where was she at? East Yorkshire, which I'm assuming you could find her somewhere there. I wouldn't overly recommend going to her. I'm not sure she's all that advanced, but like everything else, I mean, this is a general book, and when I contact authors like this, they always say, oh, it's written for the masses. We can't go into. I remember that with a radionic practitioner. It's always meant to be simple for the morons. No, it's meant to be simple because you're the moron in many cases. I'm not saying that about this woman, but these techniques, and since most people have very psychosomatic illnesses or things that really aren't that serious, that they are causing themselves, going through a process with this with somebody could bring you some dramatic healing. As with everything in life, there's no givens, there's no one, everything works for everybody. You have to find if you like the system, you have to find if you like the person you're working with, and then ultimately it's not about liking or he's such a nice person. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Or the old joke is that, yes, doctor, the operation was a success. Too bad the patient died. So the whole idea is that these are the type of things we have to look at. As I said, this is certainly a very beginner's book. And you saw the symbols there. If you find the symbols, the tarot like significance of these things in their very crude form, and you find that acceptable, well, maybe you like this book. And it does have a basic system teaching you how to do a lot of things that the person beginning can probably get something out of it. But if you're an intermediate or an advanced student, there's nothing to learn here. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.